The greatest enemy of greatness isn't failure, it's inconsistency. You start strong, you believe big, you plan great, but somewhere along the line, you lose the fire. You lose the consistency. You lose the discipline that once made you powerful. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about something that every dreamer, every builder, every believer needs to hear. Refocus your discipline. This is not just about working harder, it's about realigning your life with your purpose again. It's about shutting down distractions, conquering excuses, and getting your focus back where it belongs. What does it mean to refocus your discipline? To refocus your discipline means to reclaim control over your consistency, to redirect your energy back to what truly matters, and to rebuild the habits that align with your purpose. It's that powerful moment when you stop drifting, stop wasting, and start sharpening yourself again. It means looking at your life and saying, "I've been distracted too long. I've been soft on myself too long. I've allowed comfort to slow me down, but no more. I'm getting my edge back. I'm getting my fire back. I'm getting my focus back." To refocus your discipline is to remember the why behind your work. It's returning to the mindset that says, "Even if nobody is watching, I will still show up. Even if I don't feel like it, I will still stay consistent." When you refocus your discipline, you bring purpose and persistence back into partnership. You stop being emotional about your goals, and you start being intentional about them. It's the moment you stop making excuses and start making progress. It's the decision to no longer let your feelings determine your focus. To refocus your discipline means you go back to the basics that built you. You stop looking for motivation and start building momentum. You stop asking for easier paths and start becoming a stronger person. When you refocus your discipline, you are saying, "I refuse to let the old me sabotage the future me." Refocus your discipline by going back to that reason. The reason you wanted to grow. The reason you wanted to change. When your why is strong enough, your how will always appear. This is where transformation begins. A practical, powerful, and spiritual ways to actually refocus your discipline. 1. Return to your why. Discipline dies when the why becomes blurry. Go back and remember why you started, your dream. When your why burns again, your willpower rises again. You can't stay disciplined if your reason is weak. Refocus your discipline by reigniting your why. 2. Rebuild your routine. Your routine is the engine of your discipline. Don't wait for inspiration, build a system that keeps you consistent. Wake up at the same time. Plan your day. Guard your morning. Structure creates strength, and order brings progress. Discipline follows the rhythm of your daily habits. 3. Starve distractions. You can't stay focused if you keep feeding your distractions. Every distraction you kill gives birth to more discipline. 4. Control your emotions. Discipline begins when feelings end. You won't always feel like doing it, but do it. Don't let emotions lead your destiny. Let vision lead your emotions. 5. Keep your word to yourself. You've kept promises to others, but you've broken too many with yourself. Every time you quit on yourself, you weaken your self-trust. Refocus your discipline by making a vow, "I will not lie to myself again." Integrity with yourself builds internal power. 6. Win the morning, win the day. The first hour sets the tone for the next 23. Don't wake up to your phone, wake up to your purpose. Your mornings are the training ground of your discipline. If you master your morning, you master your momentum. 7. Surround yourself with accountability. Discipline grows faster in the right environment. Find people who challenge you, not comfort you. Stay close to those who push you toward purpose. If your circle doesn't stretch you, it's shrinking you. 8. Set boundaries. Then respect them. Boundaries are not walls, they are guards for your focus. Stop saying yes to everything that doesn't serve your destiny. Learn to say no without guilt. Every boundary you protect becomes a blessing you preserve. 9. Track your progress. What gets measured gets improved. Write it down. Celebrate small wins. Tracking your growth gives discipline direction. It keeps you encouraged and accountable. Progress you can see is motivation you can feel. 10. Strengthen your faith. Discipline without faith becomes dry. You must believe that your effort is building something divine. When you trust that God is working behind your consistency, you'll keep showing up even when results delay. Faith gives discipline endurance. Every small act of consistency brings you one step closer to the version of yourself that God designed you to be. So, discipline is the bridge between desire and destiny. Dreams without discipline are illusions. Goals without consistency are just wishes. You can talk about success all you want, but until you discipline your mind, nothing changes. Discipline is that quiet voice that says, keep going. When motivation leaves, discipline stays. When emotions fade, discipline endures. When no one claps, discipline still works. You don't need more time, you need more discipline. You don't need more chances, you need more focus. What you refuse to master will continue to control you. Discipline is built in the small, unseen decisions. The gym when it's raining. The study when you're tired. The work when no one is watching. You can't pray for success and live in distraction. You can't ask for greatness and refuse discipline. God blesses the man who stays ready. Discipline grows in discomfort. The soil of success is watered by pain. The greatest champions are not the ones who feel strong every day, but the ones who choose discipline even when everything hurts. You will never reach greatness if you keep debating with your excuses. Every time you say, just today, your future pays the price. Refocus your discipline. Make decisions that match your destiny, not your feelings. The disciplined man is the free man. He's not controlled by temptation or fear. He walks with power because he has trained his mind. Discipline gives you authority over yourself. And that's the highest form of strength. The most powerful people you'll ever meet are not always the most gifted, they are the most consistent. They understand that ordinary disciplines create extraordinary destinies. Write this in your mind. Discipline is the language that greatness understands. When you wake up tired and still move, that's discipline speaking. When you forgive when you could fight, that's discipline reigning. Refocus your discipline. Every small act of self-control is a vote for the future you're building. Every time you delay gratification, heaven notices. Every time you stay faithful when no one claps, your destiny takes another step forward. Refocus your discipline by going back to that belief. Because if God planted a vision in you, it still lives. The seed doesn't die, it waits for focus. There will be seasons when nobody notices your effort. When you post and no one reacts. When you give and no one thanks you. When you show up and it seems like nothing changes. Discipline doesn't need an audience. God is watching the unseen hours. The reward comes from the one who saw you stay when you could have quit. Refocus your discipline. Stop performing for people, and start committing for purpose. Your consistency is a covenant with your destiny. Every action begins as a thought. Wake up and tell your mind what to think before the world does. Discipline is not just mental toughness, it is spiritual obedience. When you stay disciplined, you're saying to God, I trust your process more than my feelings. Sometimes the Holy Spirit will test your focus by giving you silence. He wants to see if you can keep doing right without reassurance. That's where giants are built, in the silence between instruction and reward. Refocus your discipline by turning your routine into worship. Every act of obedience is praise in motion. Discipline is the gate that separates dreamers from achievers. Discipline is the bridge that connects prayer to manifestation. Discipline is what turns potential into power. Every man that ever became great had one thing in common: discipline. They learned to say no to distractions so they could say yes to destiny. You can have talent, you can have gifts, you can have favor, but if you don't have discipline, you will waste it all. Discipline is not about doing everything right. It's about doing the right things, consistently. Some of you keep saying you want to win big. You want to change your life. You want success. You need a new level of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And when I say, refocus your discipline, I mean, stop being busy, start being intentional. It's not about doing more things. It's about doing the right things long enough to see results. Small habits build greatness. You don't become great overnight. You become great daily. Every great man or woman you admire didn't start with a massive breakthrough. They started with a small, consistent habit. It's not the hours in the gym that make the athlete. It's the decision to show up when they don't feel like it. It's not one big performance that makes a musician. It's the hours of unseen practice that shape their sound. You think discipline is about punishment. No, discipline is training. Training your mind, your body, and your emotions to follow your purpose, not your mood. Small habits may not impress people today, but they will shock the world tomorrow. Because success is not built in one day, it's built every day. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your discipline. The science of small habits. Let me break this down for you. Your brain loves patterns. Every time you repeat a habit, you're wiring your brain for that behavior. You don't need motivation every day, you need a system. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. When you build small habits, waking up early, journaling, reading, praying, exercising, staying off distractions, you are reprogramming your mind for consistency. That's why people who rely on motivation always fall back. Because motivation fades. But systems stay. When you build a habit, even something small, like waking up early, journaling, reading, praying, meditating, working out, your brain releases dopamine. That's a signal that says, we're growing. We're improving. We're becoming. That tiny chemical reward encourages your brain to repeat the behavior again. And that's how change happens, not by willpower alone, but by rewiring your brain through repetition. Small habits don't just change your schedule. They change your identity. You start seeing yourself differently. You start saying, I'm the type of person who follows through. I'm the type of person who finishes what I start. I'm the type of person who doesn't quit. That's not just motivation, that's mental engineering. Here's where most people get it wrong. They chase big leaps instead of small steps. They want to build the skyscraper before they lay the foundation. And when they fail once, they give up, because they built their dream on hype, not habits. The greatest transformations come from boring consistency. Doing the same small thing every day until it becomes a part of you. Your problem isn't that your dream is too big. It's that your daily habits are too small-minded. You're praying for a big harvest, but you're planting lazy seeds. You want the world to see your greatness, but you're not willing to fight your weaknesses. And until your habits align with your dream will always feel distant. Every day you practice something. The question is, what are you practicing? Excellence or excuses? Consistency or comfort? Progress or procrastination? Every decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. So, if you want to change your life, stop trying to change everything overnight. Just change one thing today. Wake up earlier. Read one page. Do one push-up. Say no to one distraction. The science of small habits is simple. What you do repeatedly becomes who you are permanently. And once your habits catch up with your goals, the results will come naturally. You won't have to chase success, it will start chasing you. So today, I'm challenging you. Refocus your discipline. Stop looking for giant breakthroughs. Start building small habits. Wake up with purpose. Move with clarity. Repeat your routine until it becomes your rhythm. And one day, not overnight, but over time, you'll wake up and realize you didn't just change your habits. You changed yourself. Success is never one giant leap, it's 1,000 small steps taken with discipline. I pray for everyone watching this right now. As you subscribe, as you share, as you refocus your discipline, may your hands never run dry of blessings. May your mind stay sharp, your focus stay clear, and your purpose shine brighter every day. You will not fail. You will not fall. You will fulfill your destiny, in Jesus' name. So go and refocus your discipline. Thank you for watching. God bless you.